They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been on a documentary. I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his...
The internet didn't just wake up. It tripped over a tweet and fell straight into chaos. One post, a few words, one famous last name attached to another famous name, and suddenly the timeline exploded like someone dropped a microphone into a fireworks factory. Diddy's son hit send on a tweet mentioning 50 Cent, and social media reacts like a reality show reunion mixed with a courtroom drama and a rap battle in the parking lot. No sirens, no warnings, just pure digital detonation. Phones started overheating. Group chats turned into emergency meetings. Reaction channels spawned out of thin air like mushrooms after a storm. People were screenshotting so fast their storage space filed a complaint. You would think a secret vault opened. Nope, just one tweet and a global overreaction marathon. Some fans called it bold. Some called it reckless. Some called it delete that immediately. And the meme pages? Oh, they clocked in early and worked overtime, because when two heavyweight names get connected in one spy-scythe tweet hit the timeline like a surprise cymbal crash in a quiet orchestra. No build-up, no warning, just sudden noise and everybody turning their heads at once. The moment Diddy's son posted that message mentioning 50 Cent, the internet didn't process it, it performed it. Screenshots spread faster than flu season. In winter, before the tweet could even stretch its legs, it had already been reposted, quote posted, dissected, dramatized, and emotionally overcooked by 1,000 hot takes. Social media has a special setting reserved for moments like this. It's called maximum overdrive with zero chill. That mode activated instantly. Reaction accounts treated the post like a classified document accidentally left on a park bench. Did you see this? Is this real? Why would he say that? Who approved this? As if tweets go through airport security before takeoff. People forget Twitter fingers don't ask for clearance. They just press launch. Within minutes, commentary creators rolled in like news vans to a 5-alarm headline. Thumbnails popped up with shocked faces so dramatic they looked like they just witnessed gravity get cancelled. Titles promise context, truth, breakdowns, hidden meaning, psychological decoding, and spiritual interpretation, all from one tweet. We've reached a point where a single sentence gets more analysis than a championship game replay. The background tension between 50 Cent and just about anyone with industry gravity didn't help calm the waters either. Let's be honest, mentioning his name online is like tagging a storm system. Whether it's jokes, rivalry energy, or long-running friction, his name carries built-in ignition. So when it appears in a spicy tweet from a famous son of a famous mogul, the algorithm puts on running shoes and sprints uphill. Fans immediately split into digital factions. One group said the tweet was harmless, just words, just expression, just social media being social media. Another group said it was unnecessary gasoline thrown near an already hot grill. A third group didn't care what it meant, they just knew it was entertaining and cleared their schedule accordingly. Never underestimate the power of spectatorship. Some people don't want peace, they want episodes. The interpretation. Olympics began right on schedule. People analyzed wording like codebreakers, tone reading, emoji reading, timing reading. Someone wrote a 12-tweet thread explaining the strategic significance of the phrasing like it was a military maneuver. I've seen less breakdown during playoff instant replays. Old clips resurface too because the internet runs on flashbacks. Past interviews, old jokes, previous comments all dragged into the present like cinematic callbacks. Context sometimes included, sometimes replaced with dramatic captions and suspense music. Online storytelling loves a villain arc, a hero arc, and a messy middle accuracy negotiable. Meme creators arrived with jetpacks. Screenshots became templates within minutes. Fake movie posters, mock press conferences, animated debate graphics. One viral meme showed a tiny tweet button labeled "Start Chaos," and honestly, that felt like documentary footage. Humor moves faster than facts and travels farther than caution. The sarcasm across comment sections reached championship levels. People joked that celebrity tweets now require legal teams, PR teams, and emotional support teams before posting. Others said every famous account should come with a built-in delay button labeled "Are you sure?" pressed 3 times. If hesitation were software, half the drama economy would collapse overnight. Influencer commentators tried to sound balanced while surfing the wave anyway. Calm voice, serious tone, careful wording. Let's not jump to conclusions, they said while posting a 10-minute video with suspense music and zoom effects. That's like saying no offense before delivering offense with surround sound. Debate threads expanded outward into bigger themes: respect, legacy, online etiquette, generational behavior, industry politics. The tweet stopped being just a tweet. It became a symbol, a case study, a talking point in digital sociology class. Social media loves turning moments into movements, whether they qualify or not. Supporters defended the right to speak freely, arguing that social media isn't a monastery and public figures aren't monks. Critics countered that visibility increases responsibility and words hit louder when platforms are massive. Both arguments sounded powerful. Both sides ignored each other completely. Online debates are less conversation, more parallel monologues. Engagement numbers exploded. Views, reposts, stitches, duets, reactions. The metrics lit up like a slot machine jackpot. Because conflict adjacency is content currency. You don't need a fight, you just need the smell of one. The possibility alone drives traffic like a parade route. Parody accounts joined the circus too. Fake apology drafts, satirical tweet, risk calculators, comedy sketches about celebrity social media managers fainting in real time. When parody reaches phase 2, the topic has officially achieved cultural penetration. The joke writers smelled blood in the engagement water. Then came the prediction merchants. Would there be a response? A clap back? A joke reply? A cold silence? A podcast mention? A live rant? Prediction threads popped up everywhere. Accuracy rate unknown. Confidence level heroic. The future became a betting pool made of opinions. What made the moment stick wasn't the tweet alone, it was the collision of names, history, personality, and audience appetite. Big names act like gravity wells. When they appear together, attention bends around them automatically. No marketing required, just mention and detonation. And through all the noise, reposts, jokes, debates, defenses, and dramatic think pieces, one reality stayed undefeated: a single tweet had successfully hijacked the timeline and turned ordinary scrolling into a full-contact spectator sport. The second wave of chaos didn't stroll in, it cannonballed straight into the timeline, wearing steel-toed boots. Because once the tweet finished its first viral lap, the reaction industry kicked into professional gear. This is the phase where hot takes don't just appear, they reproduce. Faster than rumors at a high school reunion, louder than a broken fire alarm. Suddenly, every creator with a mic, a ring light, and emotional confidence became a certified tweet forensics expert. Breakdown videos multiplied like clones. Frame-by-frame readings of a sentence that took 4 seconds to write. Tone analysis, like it was a hostage negotiation transcript. Digital body language experts reading attitude through punctuation. Apparently, commas now carry emotional intent and capitalization qualifies as aggression. At this rate, grammar needs a lawyer. Then came the hidden meaning crowd. You know them. The internet detectives with invisible cork boards and imaginary red string. They connected the tweet to old interviews, past jokes, previous industry tension, and unrelated Tuesday afternoon moods. One theory thread connected 6 years of history, 3 Instagram captions, and a laughing emoji into what they called a pattern. A pattern of what? Nobody could agree, but it sounded impressive and got shared anyway. Meme pages shifted from jokes to full cinematic parody, fake courtroom sketches, mock headline generators, edited trailers titled things like "The Tweet That Shook the Timeline Extended Cut." Someone added dramatic movie narration over the screenshot, and I'm not exaggerating, it sounded like a superhero origin story. We are now one step away from popcorn buckets sponsored by controversy. Public reaction started pulling in celebrity-adjacent voices too. Not direct statements, oh no, that would be too simple. Instead, we got cryptic posts, side-eye emojis, interesting timing captions, and vague quotes about respect and energy. subtle enough to avoid direct involvement, loud enough to get clipped. The art of saying something without saying it deserves a masterclass. Podcast panels and live stream shows jumped on the topic like it was a bonus episode nobody wanted to miss. Hosts leaned forward, voices lowered, music got tense. Let's talk about this. The 4 most dangerous words in online commentary. 10 minutes later, they were still just talking about this with graphics, timelines, and dramatic pauses like they were unveiling a space launch. Fan bases started mobilizing like digital street teams. Defense posts, attack posts, context posts, counter-context posts. It became less about the tweet and more about loyalty alignment. People weren't just reacting, they were representing. Jerseys without fabric, teams without stadiums, pride without volume control. Some viewers tried to cool things down with reason. Calm threads, context reminders, perspective posts. These were treated like salad at a fried food festival, respected in theory, ignored in practice. Outrage gets dessert priority. Balance gets background seating. The algorithm, that mysterious invisible DJ, kept spinning the loudest reactions on repeat. The more dramatic the headline, the bigger the reach. Emotional velocity beats factual stability every time. That's not corruption, that's engagement math. Calm doesn't trend. Combustion does. Then the satire evolved again. Not just memes, full comedy reenactments. Skits showing fake tweet approval departments with emergency alarms and panic buttons. One parody showed a giant red lever labeled "Post or Don't" and a celebrity hand slamming it while staff fainted in slow motion. Funny because it feels historically accurate. Debate topics widen like a camera zoom. Now people argued about generational posting habits, celebrity children online, legacy pressure, and social media discipline. The tweet became a symbol, a case study in digital impulse versus digital strategy. Entire think pieces emerged about the psychology of posting under a famous shadow. The phrase "should have stayed in drafts" trended like a slogan. Honestly, drafts folders worldwide deserve awards for disasters prevented. If drafts had a highlight reel, it would be cleaner than most public timelines. Speculation about responses reached fever pitch. Would there be a reply from 50? A joke shot? A silence move? A podcast mention? A sideways meme? The prediction economy exploded again. Social media loves forecasting, especially when the weather is pure guesswork with thunder emojis. Engagement kept climbing because uncertainty kept breathing. Not knowing what happens next is stronger fuel than knowing what already happened. Cliffhangers outperform conclusions every single time. That's not theory, that's watch time science. Some creators started building full narrative arcs around the moment: hero framing, villain framing, redemption possibilities, escalation scenarios. It sounded less like commentary and more like screenwriting with Wi-Fi. Reality gets treated like a pilot episode now. Renewals depend on reaction numbers. And the strangest part, even people saying this is overblown consumed every update like a daily vitamin. Disapproval does not cancel attention, it sponsors it. Nothing watches closer than skepticism with notifications on. The moment officially crossed from tweet to storyline when compilation videos appeared. That's the threshold. When clips get packaged, titled, and episodically arranged, congratulations, you are now a narrative arc. The third phase of internet chaos is always the most dramatic. Not because it's the loudest, but because it's the stickiest. This is where the story stops being that tweet and starts becoming that moment. The timeline moves from reaction to reputation, from noise to narrative. And once a viral incident crosses into narrative territory, it doesn't just trended brands. Not officially, not legally, but socially, digitally, memorably. After the reaction storm finished its second lap, the conversation shifted from what was said to what it means going forward. That's when the online analysts put on their imaginary suits and started talking about image, legacy, positioning, and long-term impact like they're managing a billion-dollar PR firm from a folding chair and a comment section. Some voices argued the whole situation proves how dangerous one impulsive post can be when your last name already carries stadium-level recognition. Others argued the backlash proves the audience is too sensitive and permanently online. Both sides delivered their speeches with championship confidence and zero mutual agreement. Internet debates don't and they time out. Reputation watchers started mapping perception shifts like weather radar. Did public sympathy increase? Did criticism grow? Did neutrality shrink? These questions floated around like stock market tickers for celebrity image value. Digital fame now comes with emotional analytics whether anyone ordered them or not. Fan communities entered archival mode, a sure sign a moment has crossed into legend status. Clip folders, timeline threads, context libraries, screenshots labeled like museum artifacts. When supporters start preserving receipts, you're no longer in a trend, you're in history class taught by people with Wi-Fi and strong feelings. Critics built counter archives to collections of quotes, past moments, and comparison posts meant to show patterns. The internet loves patterns. Even when it has to invent half the dots and draw the lines with a crayon, the satire ecosystem matured again. Instead of loud jokes, creators produce sharp commentary disguised as humor, sketches about impulse posting, viral regret, and the send button as the most dangerous key on a phone. Comedy is the internet's pressure valve. When jokes get smarter, the topic got bigger. Media-style commentary also evolved from breaking reaction to strategic takeaway. That's the signal. A viral flash is becoming a case study. Creators started offering lessons: post-discipline, brand awareness, timing awareness, conflict awareness. Social media turned into a masterclass nobody signed up for, but everybody attended. Audience psychology revealed another truth: emotional anchoring is undefeated. People who formed a strong first impression stuck with it like glue. New context rarely changes early judgment. First takes online are like tattoos, removable in theory, permanent in practice. Speculation about behind-the-scenes conversations became the next obsession. People imagined phone calls, private messages, management meetings, and emergency PR huddles like a corporate drama series. None confirmed, all confidently described. The imagination budget online is unlimited. The larger theme discussion grew. Louder to celebrity family members online and the pressure of inherited spotlight. Some argued it's unfair to expect perfect restraint from people who didn't choose the original fame engine. Others argued platform size automatically increases responsibility. Philosophical debate comment section edition now featuring zero referees. Attention patterns started stabilizing but not disappearing. That's the long tail effect. The peak passes, but the search traffic remains. The moment becomes reference material. Future arguments will say remember that tweet moment and link it like a historical timestamp. Digital memory doesn't. Faded bookmarks and suggests related videos. Brand strategists self-appointed and otherwise discussed whether controversy adjacency helps or harms visibility. One camp said any attention is amplification. Another said not all amplification is friendly. Both are correct. Welcome to Paradox Theater. The most uncomfortable but honest takeaway floated quietly under the louder takes: social media turns seconds into spotlights and spotlights into pressure cookers. Posting is easy. Impact is complicated. Visibility magnifies everything, including impulse, and still curiosity never clocked out. Viewers kept watching for delayed responses, sideways, jokes, indirect references, or strategic silence. Because silence itself becomes content when the audience expects noise. Quiet gets analyzed like a coded message. What began as a tweet evolved into a cultural micro-event, not because of legal stakes, not because of official consequences, but because attention converged. Attention is the true accelerant. Without it, moments pass. With it, moments multiply. Here's the dramatic truth wrapped in neon: the biggest explosion wasn't the tweet itself. It was the reaction ecosystem orbiting it. Commentary, memes, debates, predictions, defenses. The noise became the headline, and the headline became the memory. You just rode through the full storm: the tweet, the reaction hurricane, the meme factory, the debate arena, and the reputation aftershocks. And if you're still here, congratulations. You've got elite-level attention stamina. One post turned into a digital wildfire, 1,000 hot takes, and a comment section civil war with emojis as weapons. This is the modern internet where one sentence can become a season and everybody thinks they're the narrator. Now it's your turn. Step into the comment section and drop your verdict. Was this blown way out of proportion? Or was that tweet guaranteed to trigger chaos the second it hits send? Do public figures and their families get judged too fast online? Or is that just the price of platform power? I want sharp takes, bold opinions, and zero copy-paste energy. The comments are the real afterparty, and today, you're on the mic. If this breakdown kept you locked in, smash that like button like it owes you back pay and late fees. Subscribe like your curiosity has no off switch. Hit the notification bell so you don't arrive late to the next internet explosion while everyone else is already quoting it. Around here, viral drama doesn't trickle, it drops like surprise albums. Share this with that friend who says, I'm staying out of celebrity drama, but somehow has every update before it trends. Yes, that undercover analyst with screenshots and theories ready. More deep dives, more chaos decoding, more unfiltered breakdowns coming non-stop. Stay alert, stay skeptical, stay entertained. Truth tattle where the noise gets filtered.